few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the safety creep.
A first down throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. Backed his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Throwing again on second down. Darnold caught here by Griffin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, young lady. Watch the ship. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
From the 41, Darnold. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big play there for the Patriots. 33 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady going to go on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's Darnold. Short pass caught by the tight end Griffin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All day, every day, any day. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine. 54, red lady. Check, watch 54, watch it.
Now Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st.
52's a Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Smith here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7, Patriots nothing.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
He's checking crap.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Go set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Young lady. Right there.
On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go. Check 50. Young lady. Ready. Hey, orbit. 54 to touch.
Darnold for the red zone now. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Darnold caught by his tight end Wesco. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Hey, Zoo.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
54 Mike.
Darnold now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now it's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey,
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
To throw is Darnold. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Bravo. Check Mike 21. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Darnold from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Darnold now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Hey, wahoo!
Here we go, let's bring it.
To the air again, Darnold letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I got one. 52's the mic, boy, 52.
Throwing again is Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Jets will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run again with Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold caught here by Griffin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, I 7. You gonna see me, the lady?
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, lady.
52, right 52. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 52's the Mike. Check.
Darnold on 1st down, looking for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Bell so light on his feet. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can...
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Wait, that flag, 20.
Mike 54. Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, 66.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. This is Bell. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Son.
52. Let's go, Heavy.
Lady.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll try and run for it with Bell.
He's
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Way beyond Bell. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Darnold. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense.
Young lady. Here we go.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 19. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Darnold from the red zone now. A screen to Bell. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 19 yards away. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And able to find Dorsett. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Brady to throw. Dorsett making the catch. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his numbers a ball carrier.
And he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it, baby. We got one.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out.
I told you. You should have just took the win. I told you. Ain't nobody playing over here.
Got a couple here, 2nd and 8.
Me.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Anderson on the jet sweep, and he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Brady now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And Darnold wants to throw the football. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I can't believe they let you play.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.